our institute here. So for this is the first time here. This building is part of the State University of São Paulo State University, which is called UNESP. And this campus has two buildings. Our building is the Theoretical Physics Institute, Instituto de Física Teórica, and the other building is Instituto das Artes, the Arts Institute. So we're isolated from other sciences, but in some sense, we have the Arts Institute next to us, which is the most important. So this is just graduate students here. And inside this graduate student center, we have the ICTP Institute, which was a regional institute created in collaboration with ICTP and FAPESP and the São Paulo State University 6 years ago. So it's called South American Institute for Fundamental Research. We have all kinds of activities. This is one of our activities, but we also, most of our activities are more related to theoretical physics research. We also have activities for high school teachers, high school students in physics. If you want to take a look on the third floor, we have a workshop going on quantum computation. So we have lots of activities. Our staff, I think you've already met, who are of course doing most of the work. So if you have any questions or any comments about how things could be done better, I think you'll get a questionnaire at the end of the meeting, so we look forward to hearing your comments. So although I'm officially an organizer, it's more or less to introduce the real organizers. So we have Richard Brooks and Rodrigo Marques and Natasha Diaz, and we'll get one more, Surya Raghu, who will be coming in probably in a few hours. So again, if you have any questions or complaints or suggestions, please feel free to talk to us. I'm just on the next door in room 402, and of course you can leave any suggestions with the staff. So I hope you have a great time here, and now I'll pass it on to Rodrigo and Richard.
Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. First of all, I would like to thank Nathan in ICTP and also all staffs, because organize this kind of schools is not so easy without their helps. So thank you very much for supporting us. Also, I'd like to thank IOP for supporting, again, this nice school. In the name of Natasha, who is representing IOP, thank you very much for coming and for supporting us. And I would like to thank also Richard and also Surya Raghu, which we hope he will be arrive later. He's coming from Thailand, is that okay? Washington, okay, after Thailand, Washington, now Brazil. Of course, I would like to welcome all of you. Okay, after we have a lot of more than 100 participant subscriptions, so you were selected because you have some interest in entrepreneur. We check our forms you send us, and so all of you have something that has a brilliant idea to us about the entrepreneur. It's why you were selected. So congratulations for being here. We are very happy to be together with you. And then during this week, we will share, principally Richard and Surya will share their knowledge in the entrepreneurial field, and you will see that they have a lot of experience to share with us. I also thanks for Professor Luciano, who will be talking later with us, and other professors that has not yet coming. I'll just show you some curiosity of this school. When it's the second time we bring this school to Brazil. This school, I think they organized it 12 years, something like that. This is a school that is traveling around the world in the developing countries, and they are intending to stimulate entrepreneurship in the youngs, and then making it grow in each country. And that was the school I participated in 2040. I am here. The shape has changed a little bit, but I am here. Let's see where is, okay. And then Richard also is there. The shape is the same. And that is Surya Raghu, who is coming later. That school was in ICTP in Italy. For those who doesn't know, it's a nice place. They work as the ICTP here. They have a lot of schools. And then as here, you can also enter in the ICTP.it and follow their activities, and so submit for participating in this kind of school. And that school, as in the one we are making here, you make groups. During the all weeks, you will work together, your groups, in a project that you will develop here. That was my group in that time, Thai Grow Biologics. Thai Grow come from tissue grow regeneration. Our idea was something to collect autologous tissue growth factor. And then for our pleasure, we win that competition. So after that, I was very happy, and I talked to Surya and Richard, let's try to bring this school to Brazil. And so we bring it 2 years ago, first time, and now again. Richard will talk better about the program, but the important is the round table, where we have some people speaking about agrotech, health tech, and edutech, where you will collect ideas from their point of view for the future of these 3 areas. And then from these ideas, you can start thinking about ideas for your groups, for your activities. So I hope we have a nice week, and then everyone will have the opportunity to talk with Richard and Surya and the others. And then, is that okay? Thank you very much for coming. Enjoy your time here. I make this school, and I can tell you, believe me, it's a very nice school for those who intend to make entrepreneur in your life. Thank you very much.
Okay, good morning. So I'm Richard, Richard Brooks. I'm not a scientist, okay? So I know all of you are pretty much scientists, but I've worked with a lot of scientific technology companies in the last 25 years, and I do come from a scientific family. So I feel I have some helpful information and understanding of what scientists who want to become entrepreneurs are trying to do. But first of all, thank you to Nathan for inviting me back, because I was here 2 years ago, and we did a similar workshop 2 years ago, and I'm pleased that we've been invited back to do it again. So thank you for that, and thank you to all of the sponsors who you will see are on the poster and mentioned in the pack you've got. Just a very brief bit about expectations for this workshop. The workshop for you, as Rodrigo has indicated, the objective is on Friday for you participants in a group of participants, small groups, to make a presentation as if you were pitching to raise money for your entrepreneurial idea. So you need an idea, you need to form a team, and you need to prepare a pitch document for Friday, and today's Monday. So in the amount of time that you have, oh, and we have the conference on Thursday. So you really have from now to get to know your other participants, find participants who you would like to work with, find an idea that you'd like to work on, and then on Friday morning, you are going to be standing here, where I am, presenting to judges, which will be the presenters, with the view to winning the competition for the week, which is who can do the best presentation to convince potential investors that your idea is worth investing in. And you have in your packs some pieces of paper. This is one of the most important ones. This has been given to you. It is the judging sheet that the judges will use on Friday to judge your presentations. It is the criteria that the judges will use. So your expectations for this week need to focus on meeting these criteria. you need an idea. And some of these terms may not mean much or anything to you now. The business model, what's the business model? We will explain. Team and teamwork, finance. Is there anybody in the room, can you put your hand up if you have done any accounting, bookkeeping, either, or finance type work? Has anyone done any bookkeeping, accounting, finance? No? Even family business or? One, two. Okay, you will be very valuable people this week. So, because finance is the most difficult area to get completed for Friday morning. But these are the criteria that you will be judged. Finance as well? Yeah? How much time do you have for the group project? Very little. Do you sleep at night? If you sleep at night, very, very little. So I believe that the offices here are open 24 hours a day, and that you're available to use 24 hours a day. And how many people are staying in the Universe flat? Is there anybody not staying at the Universe flat? Okay, so the majority of people are in the Universe flat. So you need to find every minute that you can, once you have, well, an idea and a group, to complete your presentation. And we will show you an example of a presentation later. Okay, I think that's enough from me. So we're going to move on to something for you to do, which is, let's do this one. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there an F5? F5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just F5? Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah. One. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think that will be okay. I'm just going to introduce this. So can you all read that slide? Just take a minute to have a read. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I'm not going to change it. I was just expecting it. Okay. So I said earlier, you are going to have to form a group, ideally today or by coffee break tomorrow, and have an idea. And I don't know how many of you know each other already. The objective of this exercise is for you to learn a little bit about a few other people as quickly as we can. So Rodrigo and I will do a demonstration as to how we expect this to happen. We will do this outside of this room in the corridor. I will line you up with half of you facing one way and half of you facing the other way. Okay. So this is a demonstration. Is that okay? And you will need a pen and something to write with to take notes as well. But I won't write the notes and hold the microphone. Okay. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Ah.
Hi. Nice
Hello.
to meet you.
And I'm Richard. Who are you?
I'm Rodrigo.
Ah, Rodrigo. Very nice to meet you, Rodrigo.
Also nice to meet you.
why are you here? Do you have a technical skill?
I'm here because I'm chemistry and I like to synthesize things, and so I come here to discover something to synthesize.
Ah, that sounds interesting. Any particular materials that you synthesize?
Magnetic materials.
Okay, good. Yeah, I've worked with some companies like that. Do you have some business connections?
Yes, I have an experience. I have a 13 years old company.
So you run your own company?
Yes, I have myself.
That's fantastic. That's very useful, very useful. And do you have funders for the company? Have people invested? Or?
At the beginning, I find enjoy.
Good, excellent. And what do you do when you're not running the company and researching and working on?
I like to be a magician, or at least try to be a magician.
A magician?
Yeah.
To tricks, magician?
Yes, I make some magics.
Can you magic money? Can you magic?
I'm trying to do my best in that way.
Okay, good. Okay, so yeah.
And you, about your?
Well, I'm interested in finding people with ideas who would like to develop them into businesses, and get them to that next stage. So I work with young entrepreneurs mainly in technology, but my background is in finance, in accounting.
And you have your company doing that?
I started a company 26 years ago, a professional services business, and I employed other experienced accountants to deliver the service of helping similar businesses.
There are some things that you can tell us about your free times. What you
yes.
like to do?
What I like to do in my free time is I like to listen to live music, any sort of music,
Live music.
but it has to be live. I don't buy recorded music. I only listen to live music. So I hope that I can hear more about your materials later, and maybe we can go to a concert.
Yeah. For me, it's a pleasure because you have money and I have ideas. Let's try. Let's try.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Okay. So you see the idea. We have a conversation, and I want you to have conversations outside, but you have to do it in 3 minutes. The whole conversation, less than 3 minutes, and my wife Fiona is over here, and she and I will move you. We'll ring the bell. We'll ring a bell when the 3 minutes is up, and we will just organize where you stand. Okay. So this exercise will take about 15 minutes in total. So I'm going to ask you to make sure you have something to write on and a pen, and we'll ask you to come down. We'll go out of this door, and I'll get you lined up, okay?
Don't forget your bell.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Good. It's a good one.
Can leave this. It doesn't work.
Okay. That door.